Good morning. Wednesday, 7 in the morning. No sun in range. So I invite you to my next game dev vlog. So let's go.
Okay, so let's see agenda for today's vlog. Game dev vlog number 1. Steam Deck, Game Dev, Godot Wild Jam and Playground. Okay, so let's start with first bullet, Steam Deck. 1280 times 800 at 60 Hz. So basically I decided to pick dimensions, and I picked dimensions from Steam Deck screen. This is the resolution and this is the refresh rate of the screen. Personally, I'm a big fan of Nintendo Switch handheld, so I think that Steam Deck is a nice competitor to Nintendo Switch. And I picked this resolution to have a nice definition for my game canvas, and my game will be placed horizontally, so landscape mode in landscape mode, and basically 60 frames per second is my upper limit for performance, and resolution for screen size in general for my game area, something like that. Of course, by the time I will develop my game and I will have and my game will have release, there will be probably something like Steam Deck 5 or 4. so basically everything will change, but I guess those proportions will stay the same, so I'm sticking to those proportions. This is probably, as far as I remember, 16 to 10 or something around that. Next bullet, game dev doesn't equal scripts, machine learning and backend. Yeah, I have lots of professional background in general Linux scripting, machine learning and backend web apps. And I just found that game dev programming is totally different from scripting, machine learning and backend. Of course, there are some common parts, like in general writing loops, objects, and something similar. The logic is implemented in exactly the same way, so no big difference between, let's say, Python and GD script. But in overall, the design and architecture is completely different. And also approaching the coding itself is totally different, because if you are writing machine learning software, you are usually thinking about reproducibility and general readability of code. If you're developing backend software, you're thinking about also possibility to deploy it somewhere. And when you're developing game, you don't care about code, you just care about effect. So it doesn't have to be nice, it doesn't have to be readable, it doesn't have to be smart. it just have to produce nice effect, nice logic, maybe not logic, nice behavior, and something like that. So basically, when I'm looking online, let's say how to build spawner in Godot 3.5, there are many tutorials, and every tutorial is completely different from each other. So basically, if you want to calculate something in pandas, in data frame, in Python, or train a machine learning deep neural network, you are using common strategies, common ideas, common code. But if you want to produce spawner, I found 4 different approaches, and those are completely different. So basically, it is hard to take one part of tutorial and part from second tutorial and from third tutorial and mix something. Sometimes it is impossible. Yeah, so I have to unlock my beginner mindset and start almost from scratch with game development. And this leads us to point 3. Godot Wild Jam failed to deliver. Recently there was Godot Wild Jam number 59, as far as I can recall, and it finished in last Sunday, and I tried to participate in that jam, but I failed to deliver something playable. And yeah, I had problems with spawner, and in general I had problems with implementing my ideas. I didn't have problems with producing some ideas, some concepts, some gameplay, but I don't have enough knowledge, enough practice with Godot and game dev programming, so I spent lots of time on spawner and something like that. And there was I just English again. I didn't fix my problems before deadline, so I couldn't participate in this Godot Wild Jam final stage, which is submitting the game, and other players are playing your game and they're issuing scores for different parts of your game. So basically I failed to deliver, and I'm a little bit sad because of that. And the last point, playground, which is based on second and third bullet point. By playground, I'm thinking about going back to basic, to playground, sandbox, and something like that. Yeah, because problems with my spawner in this Godot Wild Jam, I was kind of stressed, I was kind of sad, I was kind of general, I had bad mood because of that. So I decided to ignore for a little bit time. I decided to ignore game jams and focus on going to basic, on going to playground mode. So I will pick Godot engine, and I will try to build some different, funny, useless prototypes. So basically, I will try to implement different spawners, different movements, different interactions, signals and stuff, just to test what I can do in Godot, what I can't do in Godot easily. So basically to switch my mind from typical backend machine learning programming to game dev programming. And I didn't decide how much time I would like to spend on this playground activity, but yeah, it will take me some time, but I will still try to present you game dev vlogs, and we will see how it will finish. Yeah, in general I have a little bit less time than I expected, so I have to focus on learning some useful techniques in game dev and in Godot. So yeah, I think that participating in game jams won't bring me as much experience as I would like to have for now. So basically I will stick to some random experimentation, random trials, random play in playground, and then I will probably go back to game jams and something like that. Yes, I think that will be all for today's daily vlog. I also trained my English again, so points for me. I hope it isn't terrible and you can actually understand what I'm saying, more or less. So, thank you for watching today's episode and see you next week. Bye!